In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to set up Apple Video Publishing on CoHost. From connecting your show to Apple all the way through publishing your first video episode. This is a one-time setup per show. Once it's done, publishing to Apple works just like publishing anywhere else in CoHost. To start off, we need to get CoHost talking to Apple on your behalf. Apple needs proof that CoHost is authorized to publish for your show. So we're going to grab a few credentials from your Apple Podcast Connect account and hand them to CoHost. Once you log in to podcasters.apple.com, go to your account and click the API keys. Once you're here, click the plus button to generate a new API key. Once you've created an API key, you will see a new file that has been downloaded onto your computer. This will be your PEM file. So make sure you keep this since you can only download it once. If you do lose it, you'll have to go through the steps again to create a new key. Other things you're going to need from this screen is the key ID for the API key you just created and your issuer ID, which you'll find at the top right beside the copy button. Now we're going to navigate to CoHost. Once we're back on CoHost, we're going to find ourselves on the integrations page, and here we can see Apple Podcasts. We're going to go ahead and click on Connect. Once we're on this page, we're going to scroll down and fill in the required information. We'll start by uploading our PEM file that we saved. Next, we're going to paste in the key ID from the API key we just created. And finally, add the issuer ID. Once that's done, click on Next. On this screen, we'll see that CoHost is connected to the RSS feed in Apple. This is done automatically, but if you notice that it has been matched to the wrong show, you can also click on Select manually and select the show from the drop-down. Once you've done that, click Confirm. Then scroll down to the bottom of the page and here you'll see two checkboxes. The first is Apple Podcasts Terms and Conditions. Please ensure that you review it. Once done, click on the checkbox. The second checkbox is to claim that you have taken responsibility for the content that we are uploading today. Once you've clicked both checkboxes, click on Connect. You'll then land back on the integrations page with Apple Podcasts showing that it's connected. Now that we've gone ahead and connected, let's actually publish something. So we can do that by clicking on the Episodes tab or just clicking on Add New Episode from here. From here, we'll select which platforms we want to distribute our episode to. We can do audio and video, and both of these work independently if you only wanted to publish on one or the other. So for this demo, we're going to go ahead and select Apple Podcasts and fill in the required information. Once done, go ahead and click on Continue. This will take us to this page. Review the fields that are required to fill in. We're going to start off with uploading your video. And just a quick note on video uploads. CoHost accepts MP4, M4B, and MOV files up to 10 gigabytes up to 2 hours long and in 16:9 landscape format with audio included. If your file doesn't meet one of these, you'll get a clear error before we even start processing. That way, you can fix it and re-upload. From here, we'll continue to scroll down and fill in the required information. Additionally, CoHost automatically generates chapter markers from your video upload, so there is nothing you have to do on your end. Once you've entered the required information for your video episode, go ahead and click on Go to Audio Setup. Here you'll be uploading the information for the audio portion of your episode, so go ahead and follow the same steps. Once you fill in the required information for the audio episode, go all the way to the bottom for your publishing details, or you can also schedule this audio post for later. Something else to mention is that when you've enabled Apple Videos, the audio episode needs to be published first, prior to the Apple video. Once your audio episode has published, we will then start processing your Apple video. This can take a few minutes or up to a few hours, and the changes will be reflected on this page once it has been processed. CoHost is now compressing your video, building the formats Apple requires, running it through Apple's own validation check, and submitting it all automatically. You don't need to do anything else here, and you're free to close the tab. Once CoHost finishes its part of the Apple Video distribution process, you'll see your episode marked as submitted. From there, Apple does its own review on its own timeline before the episode actually goes live to listeners. You'll see the status for Apple tracks separately from your audio feed and YouTube. So it's completely normal for your audio to already be live while Apple is still reviewing the video. Just check back on the episode page, and we'll update the status to publish once Apple's review is done. If Apple ever rejects an episode, you'll see that reflected here too, along with a note pointing towards where to fix before you resubmit. And that's it. Once you're set up, publishing video to Apple Podcasts is just part of your normal CoHost workflow. If you run into any issues along the way, reach out to our support team, and we're happy to help you troubleshoot before you officially publish. Thanks for watching.